avoiding confrontations. Lay low and don't start fights with people. Take care of your family, friends, and yourself, but try not to get involved in problems that don't affect you. 6. If hostile troops enter your area, it's best to hide or avoid interacting with them at all costs. Make it clear you are under threat. Don't try to steal from people or hurt anyone except in self-defense. This will lead to confrontations as desperate people try to defend themselves. Avoiding fights may also mean fleeing an unsafe area. Always be ready for this possibility to keep yourself and your loved ones safe. Image titled Survivor War Step 5 for Learn to use weapons to defend yourself or hunt. While you should try to avoid violence, always be prepared for its possibility. This is much easier if you already have weapons in your home and know how to use them. If not, then gather any weapons you may find and learn to use them. Keep them close at hand in your shelter in case you have to use them. 7. If you have a gun, ammunition might be scarce in a survival situation. Shooting for practice may also draw attention to you. Learn to use the gun as well as you can without firing if you've never used it before. Don't neglect other potential weapons like bows, axes, bats, or knives. These can all help you fight off attackers. Train other members of your family or group to use the weapons as well. Your group is at a disadvantage if only one member knows how to fight. Image titled Survivor War Step 6-5 Defend yourself if you have to. While you want to avoid violence, in some situations, fighting may be unavoidable. Some people try to hurt or exploit others during crises. If someone tries to hurt you or your loved ones, or steal supplies that you need to survive, fight back when you can. Try to drive off the people who are trying to hurt you. 8. Having some weapons at hand will help in this situation. Keep all weapons in a safe place, away from children, and grab them quickly if you need them. If you do have to defend yourself or your family, having a good personal relationship with your community is a big help. The community could unite to defend itself from bandits or other people who want to cause harm. Advertisement Part 3 of 5. Finding supplies. Image titled Survivor War Step 7-1 Hoard all of your resources and valuable items as soon as war starts. There is often little advanced warning about a war breaking out, so you may not have the opportunity to stock up on supplies. Work quickly as soon as you get the news. Take all of your valuables, money, food, and water and store them safely. Hide valuables so even if your home is searched, they won't be stolen. If you're able to, go out and get as many supplies as you can. Don't delay or everything could be gone by the time you need it. 9. Especially store your canned or wrapped food and bottled water. Save these resources for emergencies. In the event that clean water and fresh food become scarce, look for medicine and hygiene products as well. These are important for maintaining your health in stressful situations. Remember to store all of your important documents as well. Hold on to birth certificates, marriage licenses, social security cards, and any other documents that prove your identification. Withdraw money from the bank to have cash on hand. You may not have access to your bank electronically. Image titled Survivor War Step 8 to locate a clean water source. Water is the most important resource for humans, and clean water may become scarce in wartime. Bottled water sources will only last so long. As soon as the war starts, find all of the potential water sources in your area. Do the same for every new area you move into. Nearby lakes and streams are potential water sources, but you may have to purify the water before drinking it. If you live near the ocean, do not drink salt water. It's difficult to resist, but salt water will cause serious illness. If you do find a clean water source, use that and try to preserve your bottled water for emergencies. If no other water sources are near you, collect rainwater for drinking and bathing. Leave out buckets and tubs to catch the rain when it falls. Remember to purify all rainwater before you drink it. Image titled Survivor War Step 9-3 Gather canned and non-perishable food items. Your regular supply of food may be interrupted, so non-perishable items are essential. Once you get news that war has broken out, Gather as many canned and non-perishable items as you can. Get them from the store or any other source you come across. This ensures you'll have a steady supply if food starts running out. 10. After the war has been going on, canned items may be available in abandoned grocery stores. Whenever you find an unopened can, take it. You don't know when you'll come across more food. Try to avoid foods with high salt content that will make you thirsty. These will make you drink more water than you would normally. Ideally, you should have 3 days worth of non-perishable food in your home at all times in case of natural disasters or other emergencies. If you have a stockpile already, you can avoid the rush to the food store that will occur once the war starts. Image titled Survive a War Step 10 for Learn to Hunt and Fish for Extra Sources of Meat. If food becomes unreliable, you'll be at an advantage if you know how to hunt and fish. Work on your tracking and hunting skills to find other sources of meat. Practice fishing for a steady supply of nutritious fish. Both skills can help you get through times of food shortage. 11. Learn how to properly skin, bleed, and dress an animal so the meat doesn't go bad before you can eat it. 12. You don't have to be in a rural area to hunt. There are plenty of animals in city settings. Try setting up traps to catch small animals. Image titled Survive a War Step 11 5 Stockpile hygiene products if you find them. While hygiene may not be high on your list in a survival situation, it is more important than you may think. Practicing good hygiene can prevent illness and infection, and also help you feel better. When you're gathering supplies, always include as many hygiene products as you can carry. Also look for more if you're scrounging or searching for supplies. 13. Important hygiene products to have are toilet paper, hand sanitizer, toothpaste and toothbrush, soap or liquid soap, feminine products, and disinfectant. Less critical but important products include combs or brushes, razors, shaving cream, and deodorant. These won't necessarily save your life, but keeping up a good appearance can help you feel much better in stressful situations. Image titled Survive a War Step 12 6 Determine which plants in your area are edible. Almost all areas have local plants that may be edible. Knowing which ones you can eat could save your life in a desperate situation. Study your local area and find these edible plants. Then gather them regularly for a steady supply of food. 14. If you don't know what a plant is or if it's edible, smell it first. If the smell is terrible, it's a good bet that it's not edible. Then hold the plant on your skin for 15 minutes and see if you feel any itching or burning. If not, place the plant on your lips for 15 minutes. Then take a small bite of the plant. If you don't feel any burning or stomach pains after 15 minutes, then the plant is probably safe to eat. If possible, you could also start a garden on your property for extra produce. Try to keep this hidden, though. If food is short, people will almost certainly try to steal your produce. Image titled Survive a War Step 13 7 Avoid wasting anything. All resources are precious in wartime, so preserve everything you can. Reuse old rags to make clothes. Use food scraps to make stock. Catch rainwater. Don't let anything go to waste. 15. Image titled Survive a War Step 14 8 Loot supplies if you have no other choice. Unfortunately, people sometimes have to do desperate things to survive. If you come across supplies or stores that no one is watching or look abandoned, then take everything you need. This might be ethically wrong, but you and your family have to survive. 16. If you live in a populated area, you may come across many abandoned stores. Don't hesitate to search them for supplies and take what you need. If you're on the move, stop and check any buildings you come across. You never know what the previous residents left behind. Don't try to steal food or supplies that people are guarding. You could end up injured or killed for this. Advertisement Part 4 of 5. Avoiding injuries and sickness. Image titled Survive a War Step 15 1 Learn basic first aid to treat minor injuries. Injuries are unfortunately inevitable, and they can range from minor to serious. Develop at least a basic knowledge of first aid to treat the injuries you or a partner may encounter. When searching for supplies, Take any first aid gear you may find and build a basic first aid kit. 17. Wash all wounds with clean water only. Never use dirty or unfiltered water, engage with a clean one. Be patient. Most likely people who are more experienced will kill you more frequently, but that's all normal. Make sure to execute Order 66 in any situation. Take time to get used to how they play. Get used to your surroundings, as that can be crucial if you are going to survive in any FPS games. Get to know your weapons and how each will fire, what rate they will, and the distance it's best used at. 1. Play the single-player campaign. This will help familiarize yourself with the guns, environment, etc. Play online. You will only get better if you play with real opponents, as opposed to AIs. The more you practice, the better you will become. Remember, it's okay to be bad, as long as you know you're improving. That's the key. Learn the maps. Familiarize yourself with the surroundings, vantage points, choker points, and other features. Depending on the game, it's very helpful to have the know-how on these maps, as when you can navigate them easily, you can get the drop on the enemy. Additionally, experiment with different routes that will help familiarize yourself. You'll know where you're going, which is always to your advantage. Different players have different playing styles, and some find them more quicker than others. Find yours as quick as possible, whether it be going defensive or offensive, and you'll more than likely have fun killing others. Try a plethora of weapons and determine which suits you and your playing style the best. Sometimes, however, you will need to vary your weapon usage. For example, if your weapon runs out of ammunition and you must pick up an enemy's, so it's good to be familiarized generally with different weapons. Additionally, in most FPS games, usage of a weapon X amount of kills, X amount of headshot kills, will reward you with extra XP points, so it is a good tactic for quick leveling up. Have the correct perks which suit your gameplay. Certain roles demand different qualities. If you play with an SMG, submachine gun, you may want to employ a perk which allows extended running times, marathon, extreme conditioning, lightweight. For example, knowing what suits you will really help your ability. Experiment with different classes, weapons, and explosives, depending on what's available. Use your equipment wisely. Grenades are great for picking up kills and clearing objectives, especially in game modes where the enemy is capturing somewhere. Throwing a grenade in can get you a nice amount of kills. Stun flashbang grenades are also great for incapacitating the enemy, creating an easy kill, especially if somebody is camping, staying in a certain given area. Reload. The best times to reload is when you find cover. If you're in the middle of a battlefield and you're low on ammo while your opponent has full ammo, use your secondary, run to the nearest cover you can find, and reload there. It could be the difference between life and death. Remember that KDR isn't everything. KDR, kill-death ratio, is only a minor part of an FPS match. Always stay with the team, and you can be able to ambush the opposing team. The best tactics are that you always have an attacking section and a defensive section. Even if you're either one of them, always try to communicate with others. It could save your team, and yourself. 10. Learn from your deaths. Learn about where you were killed and why. Was it because you were in open space and was shot by a sniper? Next time, walk in an irregular pattern so that your movements are unpredictable and makes it harder for the sniper to kill you. This is one of the best ways to improving your FPS skills. When you're killed, or do something that gets you into a bad situation, reflect upon it. What could I have done to have averted this? Then put that into action. Learn from your mistakes and do not blame others for them. 11. Consider adjusting the layout or sensitivity of the controls. You can often adjust the buttons on your controller to suit your playstyle. After you are more comfortable, you may want to change the sensitivity so that you can turn quicker. 3. 12. Aim for kill streaks. If you manage to get a certain amount of kills without dying, in some FPS games there are rewards. Within the gaming realm of Call of Duty, these are kill streaks. Try to use team helping kill streaks such as an enemy locator, UAV spy plane. Does SMG stand for submachine gun? Community answer yes. They are generally CQB weapons that deal less damage per shot, but fire much faster at the cost of accuracy. Question: at what point in your gaming experience with a certain game should you join the games, leagues, tournaments, esports? Community answer: when you reach the best competitive rank in the game. Start trying for competitions. Question: how do I drop shoot better? Aiden Cruz. Community answer: first you need to know when to do it. Don't drop shoot every time you see a foe. First use your prone key and hold it down. You need to do this very quickly, because if you don't, you could find yourself at the respawn screen in no time. Right before you drop down, aim up a little bit. When you're finally prone, aiming up before you dropped gave you an advantage since you don't need to aim up while in the prone state. And the last step is obvious. Unleash a bullet storm. Do not spray though, since drop shooting shootouts last only about a second or less. Be accurate. It depends on your preferences. Personally, as someone who has quick reflexes, I like to use more sensitivity than normal. If you're someone who mostly wants to snipe and face forward, I would recommend playing at a low FPS rate. Not helpful. 12. Helpful. 9. Question: how do I shoot on an FPS game? Community answer: every FPS game is different, and varies based on the platform you are playing on. For example, on PC, the default settings is usually right-click to aim, sometimes switches to first-person view of a scope, and left-click to shoot. Self-explanatory. There are usually tutorials online for the particular game you want to play, but the quickest option is just to look through your settings. You can usually even change the shooting controls to suit your preference if you want. Not helpful. 2. Helpful. 2. Question: how do work on my aiming, especially when the recoil of my gun keeps taking me off target? Jacob Madrano. Community answer: if the game you are playing has the option to add bots, try doing that and use them for target practice. It's easier to do this at lower bot difficulty. Would you like to learn how to get Robux for your Roblox account? Robux is the in-game currency you use to buy items and upgrades in the popular online gaming platform Roblox. You don't need Robux to play Roblox, but you can use Robux to make in-game purchases, play pay-to-play games, and purchase clothing and accessories for your avatar. While there is no way to get Robux for free, you can purchase Robux individually, or through a premium subscription. You can also earn Robux by making clothing and accessories for Roblox avatars or by making pay-to-play games or games with in-game purchases. This WikiHow article teaches you how to get Robux for your Roblox account. Things you should know: you can purchase Robux or you can earn Robux by creating games and items. Signing up for a premium account allows you to earn Robux every month and trade items with other players. Be wary of anybody claiming to give away Robux for free or Robux for referring people. It is most likely a scam. Method 1 of 4. Buying Robux. Image titled Get Robux for your Roblox account. Step 1. Nearly all the missions in Grand Theft Auto V involve combat, which means you'll be doing plenty of shooting. If you're a bit rusty with a gun, or if your character has low shooting stats, it might be time to stop by the shooting range. The shooting ranges in GTA offer target practice for nearly every type of weapon, with varying levels of difficulty. Whether you're a beginner or a marksman, you should visit the shooting range at some point during the game. Part 1 of 2. Finding a shooting range image titled Shoot at the Shooting Range in GTA V Step 1 Open the map. Shooting ranges can be found in the gun store, called ammunition, and are open 24/7. However, not all ammunitions are equipped with a shooting range. Open up the map by pressing the Start button. PS3 and Xbox 360, or M key. PC. Image titled Shoot at the Shooting Range in GTA V Step 2 to find an ammunition with a shooting range. Ammunitions can be identified by their black gun icon. Those with shooting ranges have icons that resemble a black gun inside a white square. Ammunitions with shooting ranges can be found in the following locations: Downtown Los Santos, Palomino Creek, Blueberry, Ocean Flats, El Quebradas, Camelot, Old Ventura Strip. Advertisement image titled Shoot at the Shooting Range in GTA V Step 3 mark the shooting range on the map. Once you have found the nearest ammunition with a shooting range, move your cursor over to its icon, and press the X button. PS3, A button, Xbox 360, or left click, PC. This will mark the range as your destination. Image titled Shoot at the Shooting Range in GTA V Step 4 go to the shooting range. Follow the purple path on your mini-map, located in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, and follow it to the shooting range. Advertisement Part 2 of 2. Shooting at the Shooting Range image titled Shoot at the Shooting Range in GTA V Step 5 enter the shooting range. Walk through the double doors, and you will be greeted with an array of weapons on the wall. Walk forward, and take a left into the side door, and you'll enter the shooting range area. Image titled Shoot at the Shooting Range in GTA V.